The 1930s was a time of extreme poverty and difficulty. A third of the US was out of work, so they started to head west to find some. Due to the stock market crash of 1929, many of the higher employers lost a lot of money, causing them to have to fire a lot of people, which then, since a lot of people were fired and didn't have money to buy new products from the employers, caused them to earn even less money than before, so they had to fire even more people, which just caused a vicious loop. The stock market crash wasn't the only economic crisis that contributed to this, though, as the banks also started to go out of business, losing everyone's money that had it stored in there so they couldn't even buy anything. Due to all of these factors combined, and other factors not mentioned, it caused many people to have to move to the streets due to job loss. Due to the social norms at the time and the Jim Crow laws, many blacks and other minorities were discriminated against very harshly, with some even being shouted at. Unemployment rates among minorities were much higher than whites, with some communities even having 75% unemployment rates. Minorities were also often the first people to lose their jobs during the start of the Great Depression. The differential analyzer was one of the first advanced computing devices. It used a simple pulley system allowing the person to multiply by 2 and even add. The first successful and practical helicopter, the VS-300, was invented by Igor Sikorsky, which laid the framework for future developments of the helicopter. 1930s cartoons were picturesque for their happy black and white animations, with animals very oftenly being used instead of people. FDR's New Deal was a homeless relief project enacted to try to help during the Great Depression with homelessness. In the end, it ended up not helping too much, and had a large amount of racism take place during deciding whether or not to hire a specific somebody. But parts of it are still in act today. Many people, restaurants, and church groups helped with poor relief. Many missionaries and churches also gave free meals and sometimes even temporary housing to the homeless. At one point, even Al Capone helped with making houses for the poor to stay and get something to eat. People who had houses and jobs would also sometimes donate food to the homeless if they asked by knocking on their door. Sometimes they would even invite them in for dinner with them. That's all, and thanks for watching.